Hey YouTubers, so I'm fixing to do a color retouch. I went to Beauty Depot and I got the tools. It's been about a month or two since I initially got my hair. So, but it's been 4 months since I cut it, so I don't know. This is all the growth I have for now. So, but I have a lot of black in the roots here. So, what you want to do first is wash your hands. And also, everything I got it from Beauty Depot for $11.39. And then I got one thing for $1 from the dollar store, hair food oil. And that's just, you want to go around your edges and you want to kind of go in there and put that in there before you start. That's going to prevent burning. It's cheaper than Oil Sheen if you can't afford Oil Sheen. But what I bought was gloves. 8 in a pack came for, I think, like less than $2. The gloves were $1.39. I had a color bowl, but I don't know exactly where it's at, so I gotta look through my stuff. So I just bought another one. Any color bowl for $1.99. I got a applicator brush to apply the color. That was $1.59. Also, I got 40 developer. And then I got B2 developer powder. The powder that you put in before you add the developer. Also, for the next show, y'all, my eyebrows are really hairy. You can't see them now. I just did like a brow filler. I should have showed y'all. I just did a brow filler. I mean, not a brow, yeah, brow filler over my hairy eyebrows, just to make it look as if they were arched, but they're not. So I'm gonna do a video later on doing my brows, and this was a $1, the little eyebrow thing. So first off, y'all, I'm gonna put y'all gloves on after you wash your hands, and I washed my hands already right before I started the video. I work hard for the money, so hard for the money. Okay, so this comes with 8 pairs of gloves, so you can use it for more than one thing. Close that back up. Put that off to the side. You want to pull out an extra one. At least you have some in case one breaks, you know, because when you buy the dye, the regular dye that's already in the pack, you don't get no extra gloves, you know, in case, well, exactly, in case one rips. And I have really small hands, so, yep. So I bought medium gloves, but really my hands still fit in a small. I have extremely small hands. So you guys can watch me for a while, so you know that. You might want to get a towel too to cover your clothes if you're worried about your clothes getting down there. I'm not. I mean, I don't have that much hair, and I doubt I'll get any down on my clothes. I mean, I just wash them. No washing machine. But for someone else, if you're doing it on someone else, you want to get a towel because you don't want anybody to make you pay for their clothes. So first I'm going to just take the oil. You can use Vaseline, or you could just do Oil Sheen. But I don't recommend Oil Sheen. Sometimes, like, I recommend Oil Sheen once you've done this. You want to put this around the whole perimeter though. I recommend Oil Sheen if it burns in a spot. You can just spray the Oil Sheen in a spot, because if you spray the Oil Sheen on it, you don't block your eyes. It might spray all over your face and stuff too. So, but like if it's burning, like right here, you just spray some Oil Sheen. That would stop it from burning if you just put it on, and you might not have enough oil. So you want to make sure your scalp is oiled. That'll prevent it from burning if you have a sensitive scalp. And just in general, it's just better for your hair. So then you make yourself a moisturizing dye. So, okay, you could just, if you want to, I have short hair, just go and rub, like take a generous amount on your fingers and just rub some in your hair if you want. Because I don't have that much hair, just kind of rub it around. There's nothing wrong with doing that, just to kind of protect your hair a little more. It's not going to mess the dye up or nothing by putting oil inside your hair. Don't scratch, but just use your tips of your fingers, not your nails, and just kind of put the oil in there. Or you can take oil sheet and do that. Just want to kind of rub it around generously, but you mainly want to make sure you get the ears and all the skin, just in case some of it accidentally gets on the skin where there's no hair. You don't want to get burnt. And if there's area that's burning, like I said, if you have oil sheet, it's better because you just spray that area, or just wash it out. You know, it's burning bad because you don't want to. You know, you never know, you could be allergic or something, so you have to be careful. But I know I'm not, so I'm not doing a test strand because I've been dyeing my hair like this for over 10 years. Okay, so I'm opening up the dye brush, open up the dye bowl. Brand new dye bowl. If you like, you can rinse it out with water. I mean, just in case any chemicals in it. I mean, you don't have to. If it's brand new, you don't really have to. It's just extra. But for this, normally I wouldn't exceed 45 minutes, but also always read the directions on the back just to be on the safe side. And normally it would tell you times. Some of them will tell you time. So it says for pure white color hair, 30 volume. For you can go 30 to 20 volume. 40 is a little bit for more thicker hair, more like hard to color hair. So I got 40, you know, because I wanted one a little bit stronger. Because sometimes my hair is hard to color. So I'm just gonna take the powder and just make sure it's all at the bottom of the pack before I open the pack up. I'm going to pour it inside of the dye bowl. I may not need that much because I have short hair, but this would be enough for someone. Sometimes you might need 2 of these for someone with long hair. But this should be enough for a person that's hair is short on it. And this is just a color retouch, so really I could have used half of it, but like I said, I don't want to leave the chemicals laying around, so I just go on and use it. And it was a little inexpensive, since I know what I'm doing. I can just buy more later. So I'm going to take half of the developer, 40, half of this at first and dump it in there. Just half, just to see the consistency. You can put the whole thing, but I prefer half because the more thicker the cream, the less drip. Like, you don't want it dripping all over the place. When you don't make the consistency thick enough, it takes longer to dye, and then it might start dripping everywhere. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to need a little bit more developer. So I might as well just pretty much put a little more. So I'm going to put 25% more, so there's only going to be 25% left in the bottle, just to see. Because you want to check the consistency. You don't want it too watery. When it's too watery, it's more prone to drip in your eyes, and then it takes longer for the color to develop. And this is Clairol BW2 extra strength. So to me, this is good. This consistency is good. And so there's a little bit left in the bottle. There's like 25% of this left. So I pretty much pour most of this out into the, because if you make it any more creamier, what's going to happen is it's going to be dripping all over the place. Normally, if you had longer hair, you would section the hair into 4, but because my hair isn't even sectionable into 4, yeah, you can't do that. So short. I was gonna wait a little while longer, but it's been about a month or 2 since I did this, so I've been waiting to do the color retouch and stuff. So now that I've put the oil, you can also take this and pour this into one of the color bottles and kind of one of the little plastic bottles. They sell it. Once you mix it, they have a little area where you can pour it into that little color bottle to make it a lot easier for you to get through the person's head. So you want to mix it up all the way. You don't want to see don't put it near your eyes. You want to put it away from your eyes. That's why I'm holding it like this. When you mix it, till it gets like a consistency like that. See how it's not too watery? It's got a little bit of thickness to it, but not too watery. So first, I'm just gonna start off with the front. I don't have much hair. I mean, really, I could just pile it in there and just leave it in there for like no longer than 30 minutes, and it should take. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use the brush. I mean, with a regular person, you would, like I said, you would section it off and you would only put the color on the black hair. You wouldn't put the color on the hair that's already colored. See, my ends are colored, but my roots are dark. So, but because my hair is so short, I mean, you know, it's hard to not to do that. So I'm just gonna start off with the edges, you guys. Since I've been on for 12 minutes just mixing this stuff. Be very careful not to get it in your eye. The reason I start off with the edges when I do it is because the worst thing is if you color your hair for the front not to look right. Or the edges. I mean, if you got the edges right, then at least the edges look fine. You know, that's what shows. Most people would start off in the back and stuff like that, but it's better for me to start off with my edges. You want to make sure in a well ventilated area you have plenty of air flowing through. And I do this all the time. I put it on my hair. But you want to make sure you get your sideburns too if you got far going forward sideburns. Then you just want to take, since it's just me doing it, you just want to take little small sections of it. But do it as fast as possible. So I'm going to get quiet without splashing it. You want to do this as fast as possible. Because now that I put that color on there, it's developing. But don't forget what I said. Made a mistake, you guys. No one's perfect. You want to do all the edges first. So even the edges in the back, you just want to go around the whole edge. Because in case you put in a ponytail, you just want the edge to at least be right. If the rest don't take, always do all the edges first. Just be very, very careful. You guys, don't do it as fast as you can, but don't try not to splash your eyes. Don't be silly, you guys. Even though you're moving fast, be cautious. I don't want anybody to be blind. Most people, when you're doing someone else's hair, they're going to start off from the back, putting it in. But I'm going to start from the front. And if somebody has really long hair and you don't know if you're going to have enough, it's probably better to always do a test strand. Just do a little piece of their hair and check and see if it falls out first. But because I've been doing this so long, I know that it's not going to. And this is my natural hair. I don't have no relaxer. I don't have no texturizer. None of that. This is my natural hair pattern here. So I'm not worried about it. My hair falling out because I don't have no perm, no relaxer. And do not relax your hair and dye it, because there is a big chance that it will fall out. When I was young and inexperienced, I did that. It didn't fall out right away, but eventually in chunks it fell out and there was just black hair left. And it was because I had a relaxer and a dye at the same time, but my hair is kind of strong, so yeah. So you want to do this part quick. I'm going to be kind of quiet. So I get this in there. I'm going to try to put this in. If we have competitions on this, you could do it with razor cream on a dowel or something. But you want to put this in as quick as possible. This is when the color's starting to take. Do it as quick as you can. And then I do the back side of that section, then do the front side of that section. I don't really smell anything, but usually this stuff has a strong smell.
Man, that was such a good damn movie, bro.
You seen that?
A couple times.
When they was in the
So mainly you just want to get it on the black hair at the roots. And just try not to get it on the scalp the best you can, because that could cause burning, and that's not what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be getting it on the hair. You're trying to dye the hair, not your scalp, and that can stunt the growth as well. The only reason I got a little bit on the scalp for the front is because my sideburns. I want my sideburns another color, and that happens sometimes where the sideburns are kind of black. So you want to make sure you might want to go back over it and make sure you get all the sideburns. Just want to make sure that it takes. You don't want your sideburns another color when you get done. And just make sure you want to cut them off. But no, make sure you get those sideburns too. I don't smell nothing, but it normally has a really strong bleachy smell or ammonia smell to it. Some of them are non-ammonia, non-bleach, non-peroxide. So far this is less than 10 minutes. That's pretty fast, you guys. That's just the front.
You know me, I've been a counselor for a long time. Get it to the point where you either love to see me come in.
Okay, so I'm going to start in the back now. Since I did the front, I'm going to hurry up.
I should have wanted to put me in the program. Thank you.
They need it.
So I'm going to use the back end of the dye and brush and separate that hair and feel for it. Normally I have a mirror behind me where I can see the back of my head, but I don't have one right now. Just feel, you can pretty much feel for it. You go section by section. Be careful because you don't want to accidentally bust your gloves open, y'all. And still do the same thing. Do the bottom part. Because that makes it so that the color will seep through to the next section. And I see it's already taken in the front. So you want to move fast as possible. Because the back may end up a little darker than the front. Remember what I said, move fast as possible without splashing and stuff.
Well, I was thinking
You can leave this in after you've applied it. No more than 45 minutes.
What's the name of the movie?
I've been seeing a lot of people do it with the blue dye, but you really can't see through the blue dye that well. At least with the white dye, you can see through it. You can kind of see the color changing. With that blue dye they've been using, this Do It Blonde, you can't really watch the color change to the color you want. Now, I really just want the color I already have, pretty much. That's why I'm not really messing with the ends. As y'all can see, I'm just doing the roots. Just doing a root retouch. I like the color that it is on the end, so I'm just doing the roots. Y'all can see I'm not pulling the color all the way out to the ends.
Several of them are gone, which I had together.
So go through it as fast as possible, you guys. Then you could go back through it and just kind of smooth it, like make sure that the color is all the way through. You go back through it and just kind of take your brush and go through it and make sure that the color is everywhere. But you really, okay, so that's pretty much the whole head quickly. I didn't do this side right there.
Glad you got the one that you got.
You can still do it in 4 sections if you want, but I'm trying to move as fast as possible. I did the front, yeah, do this corner, because you can kind of tell when it's not, when the color's not on it. It looks dark.
Take that lady out there will come up.
Yeah, I thought about her and as I was walking back, I said, "We'll take her." See, I don't want to go to her on the bus to have it drive the car.
Okay, so as you guys can see, my roots are already pretty much turning the color that I want. So what I'm going in the front, so what I'm gonna do is just the main thing I want is the front to be the color mostly that I want anyways. But you're gonna take and go back through here. So if you dyed it one direction, you're gonna part it the opposite direction that you parted it, and just kind of brush it with your brush and make sure product's on it. Or like this, just go back through, but don't pull it through all the way to the end. Just really quick. So I'm done after applying it. Less than 20 minutes. That was good. So now we're going to start calculating process time. Now this is going into the 35 to 45 minutes. You don't want to leave it in about 15 to no longer than 45 minutes, depending on the thickness of your hair and how it's taken. Okay? So now I'm calculating the time now. If there's not no product somewhere, you just want to grab a little bit more. This is what you call a smoothing time, where you go through it and make sure that the you go through it the opposite way that you did it, and make sure the color is on. So since I was going the other way, I'm pulling it the other way, and make sure I go through there. Go over it as fast as I can, because it's almost time to take it out. Time goes by fast, doesn't wait for anybody. So I don't smell anything, but normally it has like a ammonia, bleachy smell. Oh, a little something, something. Oh yeah, maybe how could you not be breathing? I thought that was natural, something that just happens automatically. So you're just gonna go through there the opposite way. If you feel anything that feels like it's dry, you just want to put a little extra product. But don't put it all the way on the ends, because the ends are already the color you want. So I'm going to go back through this side now. Do the same thing. But go the opposite direction. So since I put it in the other way, I'm going to smooth it the opposite way. So if you put it in that going this way, then you want to go this way. Just the main thing is you don't have to do that. Just go back through it, you know. Make sure if you see any dry areas or any dark colors, you put a little bit more product. But don't put it on the ends, you guys. Because the ends are already the color you want, and you don't want to over process it. But see, because I picked such a dark color, if I put a little bit on the ends, at least it won't overly process it, because the blonde I picked is kind of dark. So automatically, if by incident I accidentally put more blonde on the ends, it's just going to make the ends a little more lighter. It's not going to be too light. See what I'm saying? If it accidentally gets on there. So, almost done, you guys, with the color retouch, because I see it's taking well. So when I go through and make sure, see any black patches, you just get through that thick hair and you put some more on there. Do the same thing in the back. You really can't see the back that well. You can always put a mirror behind you, but the main thing I wanted was the front. It's okay if I look like 101 Dalmatians in the back, but if I got that color, I want in the front. That's cool. Because I can, like I said, eventually I can go, after 3 to 8 weeks, I can go back over. I think you guys should wait as long as you can in between coloring. It will make your growth better and longer. Wait as long as you can. So if not, it's more likely to stunt the growth with these strong chemicals. And this is the dye by Clairol. Professional. So this is, professional dye. So it's going to do the job. I've done it before. So I'm just going back through here again. You could just keep going through it. It's not going to hurt anything, because you want to see what's going on with your process. Just keep going through it, looking, making sure there's no dry. If anything feels dry, you want to go through it. Just apply more product if it feels dry to you. Okay, that's the whole head. Okay, so this side, the first side I did, looks like it's taking very well. It's almost time to take this out. So I'm just going to keep going through here looking for anything that looks dark. You want to put a little product, but don't go all the way to the end. So just keep going through it as much as possible and doing the same thing as it's processing. It's not going to hurt anything.
Responding to what they described as a credible threat, 24 schools took security precautions yesterday, and today 500,000 students in the Denver metro area were told to stay home. To close an entire metro.
And then once you went through it enough times and you see that you had a product all over, you can just wait and kind of look at it and watch it process. So. So, like I said, y'all, as y'all can see, it's almost the color that I want. There's just a few little areas in here that I saw that didn't take all the way. Be very careful here. I'm just talking because I did it so many times, but it's still dangerous. Very dangerous. Be careful. Possible.
week, we sat down with 5 Columbine survivors, each with a different story then and a different today. That includes Michelle Wheeler, a teacher in the school district currently, now the mother of a 13-year-old. How does it impact the way you raise her?
I started telling her about the shooting when she was 5 and going into kindergarten. And I started very developmentally appropriate, just saying mommy said that her friends are in heaven. And then as she got older, I started to tell her a little bit more. The hardest day of my life was sending her to kindergarten. I had no idea what I was doing, why I was letting
Just want to kind of, in the back, if you can't really see, you're going through the same problem I'm having where you didn't put no mirror up before. You just want to feel for any dry patches. If you feel something dry, open that up. Put your hand, don't go to the end, just put it on the root, the root area. Just try not to get it on your scalp. Don't purposely put it on your scalp. You're trying to put it on your hair, not your scalp.
The CBS Evening News. Also tomorrow, the Mueller report is due to be released.
See, that's turning now. Okay. So you want to kind of watch it turn. See how you can see it when it's turning? So this is about ready to come out. Everybody's different. That's what I like about the white, the clear dye over the blue, because you can actually see your hair turn. That blue dye, sometimes it's hard to see through. It's very popular and I like it too, but it's hard to see when your hair is turning sometimes, especially if you have black hair. No, but it works very well. I've been seeing a lot of good things going on with it. I'm gonna try that out too. And when I have to do another retouch. But I love the color I already have. I'm not trying to really get a different color. I just want to retouch it. Looks like it's pretty much turned. Maybe like 5 or 10 more minutes. But just keep going through it, especially like any thick spots that you can't really see that good. Keep going through it and looking for any dark, thick spots. Anything dark, you want to just go on and put a little more dye on it. Okay. I haven't been on there very long. I have really naturally curly hair. Not doing a lot. My hair normally doesn't really, the pattern might loosen up just a tad bit, but not really. It still pretty much keeps its pattern. I've been doing this a long time. This side took really well. And I also have a deep conditioner I'm going to do after this. Once I wash this out, I'm going to do I bought this from the dollar store, a deep replenishing conditioner. You always want to, once you have color, you always want to make sure that you keep it moisturized. That's the main thing to stop it from breaking. It's moisture. A lot of people, they get their color and they don't put anything on it. They just let it dry and then their hair just breaks off. Make sure you are always moisturizing, whether it's grease, but mainly you can do like a leave-in conditioner every day, or some sort of moisture, even just a little bit of grease, and rub it through there. Something's better than nothing. So now I'm watching the time, and after this, I'm going to just, it looks like it's pretty much took, so I'm about to get ready to wash it on there. And then I'm going to show y'all. And I got a towel for after I wash it out.
Just after sunrise in Cookeville, Tennessee, federal, state, and local agents.
He said, what? Okay, you guys, so the color looks like it's taking pretty good. You don't want to overdo it, you know? So, once you see the color taking, you can ask somebody else to look at the back or do the back for you. Show them what you're doing and explain it like I did. But I'm just saying, man, everybody ain't got nobody, you know? Alright, so I'm just going to rinse this out, you guys, because it's the color I want. I don't want it no lighter than this. I don't want it no lighter than this. I didn't want my hair I wanted it the orange it was. So I like it. It's orange now. I'm going to rinse it out. If I have a few black patches in the back, So what? Probably better to use the tub, you guys. And just try not to get into your eyes. Oh yeah. Make sure you rinse your color bowl out. Don't let any kids get to that too. If you have kids in your house. There's no kids in here, so just put a little water in it for now. But you want to rinse that out. So somebody, if you have kids and stuff, while you're washing your hair, they'll come and mess with it. So I'm about to rinse this out in the tub. I have some shampoo too. And then I'm going to put the deep conditioner. Just have it in my hand. Oh, here it is. I have some shampoo, neutralizing shampoo. And, you know, you just want hydration mainly. You want something with hydration. That's why I'm doing the replenishing conditioner. So this is a process on my hair. So you want warm water to get the chemicals out. And I'm going to go on ahead and rinse this out and show y'all how to get warm water. Be careful as possible. Now is a good time to have a towel. You just wrap it around your neck. So when you flip your hair back, then you go with clothes. I don't have no hair hardly, so that's why I'm just like whatever. But it's the color I want now, y'all. You can watch it change. I don't feel any water. Make sure you rinse that out good. You don't really have to shampoo it after, but you can. Especially if you're gonna condition it. You don't want to overly strip the hair. So I have the color that I want. Got a little lighter, but for the most part, I have the color that I want. Thought I put it on my side, girl. Kind of. Well, what I can do is get a toner, which is just a rinse, and just to make it a little darker. And that won't affect the hair. If anything, that will protect it. I mean, the ends are the right color. I don't know how the roots of my hair turn so quick. I don't know. Seems like it turned fairly quick. But yeah, like I said, it's a time thing. You gotta move as fast as you can. You don't want to just sit there. I don't like it that light. So what I'm gonna do to make it a little darker is I'm gonna go and buy a red dark toner. On the ends, it's the color I want, so I can have an all even tone. And I'll show you guys that. It's not gonna do anything. It just puts a protective layer over my hair, which helps to keep my hair more safe. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go buy that. But this is it, you guys, and I'm just gonna, now that I washed that out, seems like it turned lighter so quick. I don't know. I didn't have it in that long. I do it all the time. I don't know. It's like it turned lighter somehow. Yep, time is important, you know, especially to a hairdresser. You can hurt somebody pretty badly if things aren't in a timely manner. So we're just going to do a deep conditioner, and then I'm going to, when I come back, I'm going to do a rinse. I don't like this color so bright like this. I mean, it's alright, but this ain't what I wanted. The ends are cute. They're the color, like I said, you didn't want to go all the way to the end, and that protects my ends. I didn't want it so light because as my hair grows out and I keep dyeing it this color, it makes it like so that it's easier to break. The blonder the hair is, the easier it is to break. That dark brown color was good enough because, you know, as I keep dyeing it, the color is going to how can I explain it? This color is going to lost my train of thought. As it grows out, the color will lighten up anyways. Actually retouch it if you accidentally overlap the color anyways. So it's better to leave room to grow than to dye it so light and then it just falls out, you know, because you over processed it. But so yeah, because you could still get, like, if you wanted a blue or red tone, or if you wanted another color, you still could get any color you wanted with it being dark. You don't have to go so light, and I don't like my hair that light. Like I said, it doesn't really leave room to make a mistake when it gets too light. I don't want no, you walking around here looking like a cotton ball. I mean, it's cute, but it's just not what I wanted. You know, if someone else, that's why it's good to have somebody that's a professional do it, and that's why I am, and I know what I'm doing because I went to school for it. That's why time is important. You guys are watching. I've only been on here for 40 minutes. It took me 12 minutes to mix the dye, and I just washed it out. So meaning the dye was only in my hair less than 30 minutes before I rinsed it out. So yeah, normally it doesn't, I've done this a lot of times. Normally it turns light so quick. So I still have my curls. It loosened up a tad bit, which I can always twist it once it grows out, so to get that tight curl. Do like the 2-strand twist or like the small rods to get that pattern I like. So this is just a deep conditioner. You leave this in for about after shampooing, leave it in about 10 to 15 minutes. It just replenishes my hair from the damage I just put on it. That's all. So I'm just gonna do this, and then I'm gonna go buy a toner, and I'll be back to show y'all the toner, like to get that red back that I wanted. Here's the back. So it took pretty good. Took really well. It did a good job, actually. Looks great. Looks great. Doesn't look bad. I'm just saying, it's just a tad bit lighter than I wanted. I don't want my hair that light, so I'm gonna buy a toner. Go and walk and get me a toner, and I'll be back. But the back is the color I wanted it. Thank you, YouTubers. Please comment and subscribe.